Okay, shalom, shalom. Okay, let's give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, people of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. This is just a continuation of the previous video. Because again, one of those fears I have when I click on certain sites, the app that I use to do screen recorder is um, it crashes. I took the chance anyway. But anyway, I'm continuing on in the spirit um, and condemning these wicked ass churches. But what I was ended with the previous was going into this thing that passed here in Ohio, the Charlie Kirk bill. That devil, the Charlie Kirk bill. Let me pull it up here. Okay. Ohio bill named after Charlie Kirk promotes positive Christian history. See, to an Edomite, it's positive Christian history, because they built it through by their Christian values, which is what hypocrisy, you know, uh, you know, you know. And how did they come? The Christians, how they when they first, um, came in contact with the tribes, with the Gadites, with um, they dealt with them deceitfully, and then ultimately they started to slaughter them. Why? To further their agenda, to further their, uh, to build their civilization. You know, simple as that. So you see where things is headed now that we're in these times, man. That from here on out, everything is all about that Edomite agenda, making Babylon great again. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And again, like I said, um, none of this is going to come to. Uh, none of it's going to flourish. None of it is, man. You know. So let's get me a couple more of these precepts. Let me get some of these precepts. Um, I was looking for. Oh, let me open it up one. There it is. These devils is done, man. You know. Okay, let's grab my scripture that I was looking for. Okay. And I think it's Acts. Acts 5 and 38. Straight to the point. And now I say unto you, brethren. And now I say unto you, that's the spirit also put brethren in there. So that's who he's speaking to. Under the Christian doctrine that they're pushing, he's speaking to everyone, heathens and all. No, brethren, man. So that's the spirit that I put brethren in there. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. All right, so let's go up. I read it's a lot, but Gamaliel's counsel, when they heard that, they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay them. And that's the thing. These Christians of this world, they've been cut to heart, man. So they're coming together in numbers, thinking that that's going, those numbers is going to prevail over the truth. Nope. It's that same spirit. Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and And all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. Okay, so again, these people think they have refuge and safety amongst the many that are in agreement with them. And I'm not, and there's going to be wicked ass Israelite jakes amongst these Edomites, man. But that's what they think. That's what comforts them, and that's where their faith lies, in that false illusion of safety amongst many. You know, but it doesn't matter if it's not of the truth. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to destroy it, man. You know, it's that same spirit back then that's back now. It's the same spirit, man. Um, so again, it says, um, for before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And here you go, the examples of those that should be followed. This as an example, man, that not pushing the full doctrine. This is, and I mean those so-called camps that know they're Israelites, IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, and the Bubble Eyes. That motherfucker's clowning right now. And there's just so many of them, man. Peraza's boy, even though Peraza done ran off to Mexico and left his members here. Peraza. Not pushing the truth, not being about the truth, man. It's going to get you destroyed. And you Edomites, hey, this place ain't going to be made great again. It's going to be destroyed, period. Which they're trying to erase history and falsify, more of it. They didn't really lie about history before. They just left it out. Speaking about the pilgrims and the conquistadors and so on. They didn't really necessarily lie about it. They just didn't tell you, the massive slaughters that they've done, the killings that they've done. Like, for example, the Trail of Tears. They didn't lie about it. They just didn't tell you about it. But now they want to push it even further by erasing it out of history, period, man. That wicked thing, you read about this Trail of Tears, man, where in the midst of winter, what they've done, the tribes walk, man, from Florida to, was it Oklahoma? I got the book on it. I got a pretty good book on it as well. So they want to rewrite nothing but good, which again, a lie is never of the truth. And as a matter, where's that scripture? Let me see if I can find it. Oops. Let me do that. Romans 1:25, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Ooh, John 8:44, speaking to Israelites, who wants to be just like their daddy Esau. Damn devils. First John 2:21. There you go. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. Who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahushua is the Mashiach? And they do deny everything about Yahushua, man. That he's a so-called black man, and that he's only coming to save his people, and the whole other madness that they push that their Jesus accepts. You know, as far as they're concerned, their Jesus is which he is, you know, a mo, you know, a murderer, and so on and so, a blasphemer. He's all that, man. So again, who is a liar but he that denied that Yahushua is Mashiach? He is an antichrist that denied the Father and the Son. Which again, the scripture tell you that there are many antichrists. There's again, they find safety in in them numbers, man. Where is it at? I think it's the same chapter. Ooh, this is just fire. It goes in on it, but these butchering the hell out of these, you know, killing these tribes, man, that are part of these churches. It's cutting them. It's cutting them the hell up. Cutting them up, man. Yeah, it was the same. No, hold on. First John 2. For hold on. Oh yeah, First John 2 and 18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard that Antichrist, but as ye have heard that anti-Mashiach shall come. Even now are there many anti-Mashiachs, whereby we know that it is the last time. Many of them, man. That again, they feel comfortable and safe and a safe haven amongst many that are like-minded and that are in agreement with them. This is how these devils are, man. This is exactly how these devils are. A bunch of goddamn messiahs, Mashiach. That's who we are. So where was I at? Go back. I don't want to miss my. Oh, Acts. Here we go. So all this works that these doing, that Esau is doing, and that these wicked niggas is doing, is all about to be shut down. You know, because first of all, these churches, where's it at? You know, they're not going to be around long when people don't have money to throw at them. You know? Esau's even doing a fantastic work at the job at that by taking the people's jobs away, man. You know, so when you really go into it, which is actually on the other article, and it might mention it in this one. You know, but as far as the jobs is concerned, how the economy is bad and how the people not um, can't have trust in these churches anymore, and they don't have the money to throw at these churches anymore. So rural man regions often overlook the philanthropy and the historical underserved. We are seeing a rise in faith-based organizations responding creatively and opting to transfer their spaces to meet the needs of the community. They are quietly modeling a new civic future with one root in local collaboration and shared space. And anyway, come on, churches can and should be civil third places. Civics should be civic third places. This one don't really give you nothing. This one here. It begs the question, what will happen to all these empty church buildings that were once such an integral part of life for so many Americans? So it doesn't really go into nothing. Study predicts Study predicts 15,000 church closures across America in 2025. Roughly 60% of Americans identify as Christian compared to 8% in '07. Simultaneously, large non-denominational megachurches and evangelical Christianity are rising in influence. The shift is reportedly driven by politicians, and conservative groups that are moving to expand religious roles in public schools and other institutions. With more than 50,000 churches expected to close, some groups warn that it highlights a larger problem in the United States. Retaining full-time pastors have proven to be challenging. The National Council of Churches warned that a total of 100,000 U.S. churches, or a quarter of the nation's total, could close in the future. At an estimate, 15,000 pastors could transition into part-time. One reason why retention is challenging is because of the inability to meet basic needs with their salaries, with many forced to take on second jobs to support their families. Recent data shows that the median salary for a full-time pastor in the U.S. is around $56,000 per year, but that number changes depending on church size, budget, and location. Only 10% of pastors receive a salary that places them in the upper middle class bracket of $94,000 to $153,000. Getting paid, man. Collecting that cheddar. Collecting that cheddar. It says this, and this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Verse 38, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. And this is what these churches are doing. They're fighting against the Most High. They're claiming to be fighters for the Most High, but are literally fighting against the Most High. And that the proof is in the pudding, man. It's the doctrine. That's the clearest, obvious way to show it. It's the doctrine. You know? Mom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua didn't send them prophets, those pastors, man. Again, they falsified. They what am I looking for? They I'm thinking of what the scripture I'm thinking of. Jeremiah with the dreams. Um, um, Jeremiah 16:13. I have dreamed, I have dreamed. I have dreamed, I have dreamed. Jeremiah 23. There's another one too. Not just 23. Um, which tells you how he didn't send them. Let's go to Jeremiah 14. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay. Let me open another one. Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evils of your doing, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them. And the churches don't feed the, they're not the shepherds, because they're not feeding the people with the truth, man. If you're not teaching the tribes, the 12 tribes sign, you're definitely not a pastor or shepherd of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So that's one thing they reject, is the 12 tribe chart, man. That through the spirit that was given to a wise man to break that down. You know? So it says, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord power. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will raise up David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. So let me get to the point here. Let's get down. False prophets denounced, and you don't see none of the churches in that spirit. Vocab Malone. You don't see him rebuking none of the churches, man. The wicked, the ungodly. None of it. All this is fire, though. 23. I am a power of at hand, said the Lord Yahweh, and not a power afar off. And you see, he's visiting the world now. That's the spirit. As 23 says, am I a power at hand, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and not a power afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Do not I fill heaven and earth, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. And that's popular amongst our people, because Martin Lucifer King is one of their prophets, man. Now the truth is coming out about this man. Again, you can't hide nowhere. And here it is. This man has been dead since the 60s. I'm not sure when he died, 62, 63, 64, somewhere back then. I'm not sure when. Don't really care, but this man has sold our people out, man. And here we are now in 2020, going into, damn it, in 3 months, it's going to be 2026. Now the facts and truth is coming about this man and his pillow fights and his Mo affairs and his affair. It's all coming out. Now he was Boule, part of the Boule Society. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. It says, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. The prophet that have a dream, let him tell a dream, and he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. So again, the prophet that have a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, said the Lord. So is not my word like as a fire, said the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? When these churches people speak, man, they're not offending no one. They're not offending no one. Here, let me pause this goddamn demon pulled up. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, Shalom. Salaki, I'm back. Salaki. Is not my word like as a fire, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? That's the truth, man. That's the whole point of the truth coming to the world. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, said the Lord, that steal my words, every one from his neighbor. And again, turning the truth into a lie. Behold, I am against the prophets, said the Lord Yahweh, that use their tongues and say, he saith. And I'm getting to my point. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, said the Lord Yahweh, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies and by their likeness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, said the Lord. So again, it's all about to come to a naught, man. It's all about to be put down and destroyed. All of it, man. All of it. You know, and we're living in those times, and these are times to rejoice. These are times to be happy, to be joyful, man, because the triumphing of the wicked is short. The triumphing of the wicked is short, man. And they're talking about some Charlie Kirk Christian values. Like what? These people have lost their damn minds, man. It says here, and when this people or the prophet or a priest shall ask thee, saying, what is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt then say unto them, what burden? I will even forsake you, said the Lord. And as for the prophet and the priest and the people that shall say the burden of the Lord, I will even punish that man and his house. So here we go. Where's she at? This madness, man, this filth. Don't get discouraged by it. You know, don't discourage by it. Because it's all coming to an end. You know? It's all coming to. As a matter of fact, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Um. Hope I spelled it right. Um. Straight gate. What's going on here? Is it spelled with an E? Something ain't right here. Here we go. Enter ye in. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And here the masses of Babylon, which the previous video goes into it, the amount of churches, which was up to 400,000 churches in Babylon alone. Just imagine the amount of people, man. That's the broad way. And again, the scripture says that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way. The straight gate is the way of truth. All right? It's the way of truth. Turning back to our power, man. And following righteousness and uprightness, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. And few there be that find it. And using that word straight there, just going to go into it real quick, because this is how the people look at you. Straight, narrow, and straight. That's not the definition that is describing. Straight. Straight. Here. Hold on. Let me find it. I got all these open. straight. S-T-R-A-I-T. Often straight, the sense of difficulty. There you go, right at the top. Often in plural, straits, the sense of difficulty. So the straight gate is the hard way, man, because you're pushing the truth. Why? Clearly the scriptures tell you that you maketh yourself a prey. Those that turn back to righteousness. I'm quoting this Isaiah, maketh themselves a prey. Did I need 23 anymore? No. Yea, truth faileth, and truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. In the current world we're living in, no judgment, man. Follow not a multitude to do evil, as the scripture says. That's these churches and their doctrine that they push. Thou shalt not follow a multitude. That's the broad way. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Ooh. So there you go. This world and the ways of this world it's on its way out, man. The fashion of this world passes away. The fashion of this world passes away. It's on its way out. This is it. And it's hurt, and these Christians are hurt by that fact. That prophecy in this book is pointing at them. It's pointing at them. It's like, point the finger at them. It's the spirit. Like, that's them devils, man. And I'm just hitting the word fashion, man. I just want the word fashion with the word, how it goes in, how it's described, the fashion of this world. All right.
Strong's G 4976. Schema.
Manner of life. Habitus, as comprising everything in a person which strikes the senses, to figure, bearing, discourse, actions, or manner of life. And the manner of life is passing away. The manner of falsehood and deceit and deception, and all that and all the rest of the wickedness that's going along with it. It's on its way out, man. So this thing with these, I don't know what happened to it, but here we go. These churches, man, it's going to be far. They're all about to be burnt up, man. It's all on its way out. It's all on its way out. So let's give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, I hope you're edified. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.